groundbreaking decision from our nation's highest court. Presidents have absolute immunity for official acts while in office, but they do not have immunity for unofficial acts. That means Donald Trump can and most certainly will claim broad immunity in his pending federal election interference case, a case that is now unlikely to be resolved before Election Day. Chief Justice John Roberts penned the opinion, writing, quote, "The president may not be prosecuted for exercising his core constitutional powers," unquote. As for the dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor forcefully pushed back and deployed bleak hypotheticals. Quote, "Orders the Navy SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival, immune. Organizes a military coup to hold on to power, immune. Takes a bribe in exchange for a pardon, immune," unquote. We have team coverage of the legal and political implications of all this. CBS's Jan Crawford starts us off at the Supreme Court.
The landmark decision on the scope of presidential immunity sends the case back to a lower court to determine the specifics. Which of Donald Trump's actions to allegedly overturn the 2020 election go beyond the official acts of a sitting president and are open to prosecution? Not everything the president does is official, wrote Chief Justice John Roberts. The president is not above the law.
Presidential immunity is imperative, or you practically won't have a country anymore.
The court rejected Trump's sweeping claims he was absolutely immune from prosecution for his actions around January 6, but it said presidents must have some immunity to execute the duties of his office fearlessly and fairly, and so official acts are largely shielded from prosecution. The 6-3 decision sharply divided the justices along ideological lines. Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote a fiery dissent for the liberals with fear for our democracy and predicting disastrous consequences as a result of the decision she called deeply wrong. The president, Sotomayor wrote, is now a king above the law. That prompted an unusually fierce response from Roberts, accusing the dissent of fear-mongering on the basis of extreme hypotheticals. The court emphasized the lasting significance of its decision well beyond Trump, noting concerns about opening a Pandora's box of criminal prosecutions of former presidents, a prospect Trump teed up in last week's debate when he suggested President Biden could be prosecuted for his immigration policy.
This man is a criminal,
said the court. Virtually every president is criticized for insufficiently enforcing some aspects of federal law. Without immunity, such types of prosecutions of ex-presidents could quickly become routine. As for the immediate case, applying the court's decision on what unofficial acts that Special Counsel Jack Smith can prosecute Trump for will take time.
This is not the end of the prosecution of Donald Trump. I strongly suspect that Jack Smith will find allegations that he thinks survive.
Jan Crawford joins us now. Jan, Jack Smith's case is now very much more complicated. What's next?
Well, that's right, Major. I mean, this case has been on hold. Today's decision from the court means probably new hearings in the lower courts, and that will significantly delay the start of any trial. Now, as for those other trials, Trump is facing that classified documents trial in Florida is moving slowly. The Georgia election subversion case is on hold. All of these trials, Major, I think highly unlikely before the election.
Jan Crawford, thank you. President Biden is heading back to the White House, where he'll speak about the Supreme Court decision tonight. His deputy campaign manager has already released a statement. Quote, "They," meaning the Supreme Court, "just handed Donald Trump keys to a dictatorship," unquote. CBS's Bob Costa joins me here. Robert, what's the reaction from former President Trump and those around him?
On social media today, former President Trump called this Supreme Court ruling a big win. But behind the scenes, there's still apprehension. He might not face prosecution this year on January 6th or classified records, but he still does face criminal sentencing coming up in New York on July 11th, and he still has the possibility of being tried down the line.
President Biden returning to deliver remarks tonight. Does anyone in the Biden campaign believe this decision could alter the current campaign conversation? If so, how?
It already is, based on my reporting calls today. Democrats feel galvanized by what happened at the Supreme Court. Yes, those concerns about the debate and the performance of the president still linger. They're part of an ongoing conversation among Democrats, but they feel now the argument against Trump has sharpened because of what the Supreme Court ruled. And Democrats are saying even if they have concerns about Biden, Trump must be stopped.